Hello my dears and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me and supporting my channel. Really easy. Like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and click on the notification bell. And I hope that you're all doing well, but if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But if you want to forget about things for just a little while, join me in meeting Wise Dog Tarot. And this was a deck created by MJ Cullinane. And it was published by US Game Systems and released February 11th, 2021. And at that time it retailed for $22.95. And this was when she was doing mass market decks, and now she is just doing her own decks and doing a lot of pre-orders, and I will link her website in the description if you want to check it out. And the box itself is 5.5 height, across is 3.25, and the width is 1.5, and it has thumb indents on the side. And I'm happy to say that it's got the title on all the sides except for the bottom, but that's okay. As long as it's on one top or the bottom, I'm happy with it. And on the back, we have the Wise Dog Tarot by the creator of the award-winning Crow Tarot. And I usually will say all of their decks out there, but she has so many of them. Yeah, it would take me a minute to say them all, but you can just Google her name and yeah, they'll come up that way. So on the back we have Wise Dog Tarot was created as a tribute to the unconditional love and loyalty of dogs, large and small. Inspired by the symbolism of the Rider-Waite Tarot, these 78 vibrant tarot cards help us to connect with the wisdom and intuition that dogs are all eager to share with us. Using this unique tarot deck as a healing tool, we can tap into the protective energy dog brings into our lives. Learn to be more in the moment like them and embrace their pure joy. It includes a 78 card deck and a 64-page booklet with ideas for single and 3-card reading. All right. Open it up. You don't have anything on the inside. As you can hear, that they will move around. It doesn't have a ribbon either, and it has the guidebook, like it said, and we'll go over that. So you pretty much have to pour them out, and reversals will not be revealed if you do decide to use them. And in my tarot videos, I do a side-by-side comparison. And these tarot cards, as you can already see, are bigger than the standard Rider-Waite deck, and as you can see, they are bigger height and length across, which is 5 inches height and across is 3 inches, and the width of the deck is 1.25. So these are a little bit bigger than your regular tarot. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this deck. And it is her style, collage style. And if you like dogs, you will probably like this one. And it does have the number and the title of the card. There's no changes in that. little Chihuahua. Those, some of them, they are just little demon dogs. I swear. And not all of them are, but there are some that are just, they are more ferocious than an oversized dog. I swear. It's such cute. Such a happy guy. All right, so that is the majors. And let me see, so I think, oh yeah, the dogs that are in the deck are real dogs that she did. I wanted to mention that because I knew I saw that in the guidebook, but all of the dogs in the cards are real. Okay, so we have the wands next. Okay. So, as you can see, wand, you'll just have to kind of look for it in the cards. Like, for instance, you've got the branches here, which represent the wands. And there's no title, as you can see, it's just got the numbers. And the court cards are the same: page, knight, queen, and king. It's got a happy face. And next we have swords. Poor pupper having dreams about cats tormenting him. Oh, sad. That's a sad card. It's always rough when you lose a pupper. Okay. And last, we have a Pentacles. And I forgot to tell you the deck that I'm using for the Rider-Waite is the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, and it's produced by US Game Systems. And if they don't have it there, they probably have it at Amazon. What is the deck? I'm a little torn on this deck by her. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love dogs and everything, but I don't know. I don't know. Not really as thrilled with her other deck, with this one as her other decks. Okay. Alright, so the cardstock is good. Never had an issue with any of her cardstocks. And it is flexi bendy. And it is smooth. It's not high glossy. It's kind of like a little glossy, but not the shiny is the best way to put it. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the guidebook. Okay, so then we have the introduction, and it just goes on talking about dogs and why she created the deck, which I always read, so I'm always interested. And she kind of introduces herself and talks about herself a little bit in this one. And then we go straight into the meanings, and we don't get any pictures in this. We just get the number of the card, the title, and then we have keywords. And there's no reversal meanings. I think if I remember, she doesn't do reversals, so that might be a reason why she didn't include them into the deck in the book. All right, then we go into the minor arcana. And then we've got the suit, the keywords representing the swords. And then she starts it off with backwards. Because most of the guidebooks will start off with the aces and then end with the kings. And there are some guidebooks that will actually separate the court cards as well, but in this one she decided to do it backwards, and she started with the king, and it is shorter. It just gives you a paragraph, if that. Yeah. And then we go into the next one, and it doesn't talk about the illustration or anything like that, so it's kind of like a condensed guidebook. And then we go with a reading with Wise Dog Tarot, how to use the Wise Dog Tarot as a tool for healing, clearing your deck. That's a suggestive. I consider it a suggestive, because I'm sure you have your own personal way of clearing out the deck and everything. And then we have a single card, which is not always the best. And then we have, I think if you're doing maybe like yes and no, a one card reading is good, but I think a one card reading doesn't really help. I guess that's the best way to put it. And then we have a 3-card reading. Then we get different spread ideas and symbolism. There's with the different items in the cards. And then we have the acknowledgement to all the doggies that are in the deck. And then we get a little blurb about MJ. And then we have some room for some daily draw notes, which I will never write in. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle. Shuffle might be a little hard if you have not really big fingers. I don't, so yeah, it's kind of painful to shuffle when they're this long. And just shuffle the way that you prefer. There's no right or wrong way to do a shuffle. As I can illustrate, it's kind of hard to grip onto these. You can do the rifle. You can do the overhand. I don't know about the side shuffle. Those I kind of would only recommend for like oracle cards, because those are always wider. But tarot, Unless they're really wide tarot cards, it's going to make it more difficult to really shuffle. You can do the cutting of the deck into different piles and picking them up. Or you can do a fan. Some decks are better than others. That's pretty smooth, so this, I would say yes. Or you could spread it out on your table and pick them one by one. So it's just on how you can and want to do it. All right, let's see. Let's see what Dougie has a message for us. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, see some of the illustrations, I'm not sure if that's a fire with the house in the background. I'm not really sure. Yeah, some of the illustrations in this deck, not crazy about it. Okay, so let's see. Four of Pentacles. All right. When you hold something tightly, it does not have room to grow. The Four of Pentacles asks you to examine your beliefs centered around finances and material possessions. Are you limiting your potential by focusing on what may be lost instead of what may bloom? And that is all that she says in there. And the Four of Pentacles could have, depending on your clarifiers as well, they could have a deeper meaning. Usually the Four of Pentacles is you're being miserly, you're overly hoarding, you're being tight-fisted, or it could be that you need to be, that because after the Three of Pentacles, you're working with somebody, so you're collaborating, you're hopefully earning money through that collaboration. And so that's why I like clarifier cards, because then it could give you that answer, because it's twofold. Like I said, it's either you need to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Mindful of your money, or you're being too tight-fisted with your money. So until you pull out clarifiers, you're not really going to know which way it goes at all. Reversals, it could be that with reversals, they are a lot of the times the opposite. So it could be with the Four of Pentacles, the reversal is you need to loosen up with your money. So for me, I need those clarifiers, because it could be anything, and it's just it's also totally up to your interpretation as to how you interpret the cards. But let me know what you think of the deck, and if you own it, because it has been out for quite a few years. If you own it, let us know how it's working out for you. Pros and cons, if you like the deck. If you don't like the deck, it's fine. I'm always interested in hearing about people's pros and cons, your thoughts on the deck. And once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with another video. But until next time, take care and goodbye, my dears.